because I have to do other logistical stuff because Facebook is stupid.
Oh, Texas is just beating the brakes off of Detroit right now. 6-0 in the third inning.
I don't think Texas knew how to play baseball.
Oh, they're in the lead in their division right now by a lot.
To be fair, the last time I looked at anything to do with baseball was about 5 years ago.
Back when Texas was in the World Series. Getting this tray running. Excuse me. Losing our hats here already. It's an early start to this.
You can't be losing shit already, man.
I've already lost my mind 3 years ago.
Okay. Well, don't be losing nothing else on your show. Lose it after.
All right.
Where's my legs?
We are ready to get started. Welcome everybody to Tales from the Lounge. I'm Ron,
I'm Rhonda.
and this is our buddy Chris.
Nice to meet
He's
you.
on the hot seat tonight. We're gonna bug the shit out of him and have a lot of fun tonight. We are smoking, and he picked these out.
Yes, he did.
The Superfly.
The Superfly.
I love the
this.
Superfly.
He picked a great stick too.
The only problem right now is I don't have Curtis Mayfield Superfly playing. And
There you go.
And I always try to do that. So, but we'll get through.
Chris, what you know about Curtis Mayfield Superfly?
Pretty much when we got these in, we played it. Nothing
Nothing.
nothing else but
You
that.
have to watch the movie Superfly.
Oh, the movie Superfly?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The only other Superfly I know is Jimmy Superfly Suka, the wrestler.
Oh, no, honey. No.
You need to watch Superfly, and I think last time I checked, Amazon Prime had it on for free.
Jeff Bezos.
Oh, so.
God.
So, and we are drinking some Spey River bourbon cask. I like this little scotch. It's not overly expensive, and the bourbon casting makes it just that much better. Give me Rhonda's.
Nice Rhonda's.
Thank you, Chris.
No.
And he should be handing me the glass first. He should be pouring
Yeah,
my glass
exactly.
first before he pours
I
his
couldn't
shit.
reach yours, and I didn't want to get up.
Well, you couldn't.
No, you could just handed it over. That's not an
Yeah,
excuse.
yeah. I could have done a lot of things.
Yeah, you could have, but you didn't. Ass.
I'll pay for it later.
You sure will.
So, we're fixing to kick off this show. Chris is an employee here at. Oh, and first off, thank Viso Cigar for letting us hang out here and shoot the show from here. Austin's great. Chris is an employee, and we're gonna have a lot of fun tonight, and probably learn absolutely nothing relative, but we're just gonna bullshit anyway.
Oh,
So
that's the show, right?
that's the show. So I'm going to kick off our little intro, and when we come back in 10 seconds, I'll do my usual cheer out to whatever while these two chat, and then we'll go on from there.
Fly coaster.
We're back.
We're back.
Oh, we're back.
But
Oh,
it's a
that
quick
was quick.
10 seconds.
That was
Only
quick.
10 seconds.
Jesus. Don't
And
give
it's,
it.
and it's the video Steven produced.
Okay.
Oh,
Look,
nice.
Steven, I need you to give it a little more time, honey. I need a little more time. And then I also need you to put me in there because I am nowhere in the intro. Hello.
Send me some headshots, girl. I'll get you in.
Oh, baby, there's plenty. Just take off my Facebook.
There's only 332,000 on our Facebook page.
But before you post, let me see what they look like.
So I'm going to share this stuff out. You guys
So,
chatting over
elephant
here.
in the room. If y'all were here last week, Rhonda wasn't here. Where was the lovely Rhonda last week?
I was on a cruise.
On the cruise.
I was on a cruise. So I went on vacation from the 16th to the 26th. I spent 2 days in Miami. Well, really, we say 2 days, but it was like, because we got there early in the morning, so we consider that a day.
yeah,
So we got there like at 9 o'clock on a Friday. So we,
Yeah, that's a day.
So we stayed Friday, got on the cruise on Saturday, I think it was. Saturday. And then we came back on a Saturday. It was Saturday to a Saturday.
Okay.
And we spent another couple days in Miami.
And you didn't fall off.
I did not fall off. However, we did have
wanted
somebody.
to push somebody off.
No, I had a great time. I didn't want to push anybody off. I was chilling. I was relaxing. I was smoking. You know, because we went on a Carnival Horizon.
Oh, yeah.
So they don't have, like, you can't smoke inside. Like, you have to go outside and smoke. And so they have a designated area where you can go smoke. And so most everybody was smoking cigarettes, and here I was the only one out there smoking a cigar. So I think I
Because
kind
you're
of
the only badass. out there.
Exactly. I was about to say.
I mean, I'm sure there's like people that probably wanted to smoke cigars or that had some in there, but I think there was just so much to do that people just weren't out there, and they weren't out there at the time I was out there anyway.
Right.
Let's just say, and I was out there pretty late. So, that being said, excuse me, I had me a great time.
Fantastic. You need
Chilling, relaxing, smoking, drinking. I got the drink package.
Oh no.
Now, let me tell you, I made that drink package work. Let me tell you, it paid for itself by the time I got through with that damn cruise.
So what everyone doesn't know is that Carnival's now bankrupt because of it.
What I will tell you though, Carnival, I found the only bar on the ship that had Eagle Rare.
Oh no.
And of course, you know I had to make friends with that bartender.
Oh no.
So every time I walked up, I knew his schedule too, honey. And every time I walked up, he said, "Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Orlando." He already started making my drink. Here's my key card.
What was his name?
Orlando.
Orlando.
Like Florida?
What?
Yeah.
Did we make your man already?
Anyway,
breathing?
he had my drinks ready. He was making my drinks, so he got them ready. And I was like, this is the only bar that I found on the entire cruise that had it.
How many
I mean,
bars
and they
were
had
there?
like bottles of it too.
How many bars were there? I've never been on a cruise.
There's
You had never been on a cruise?
I'm scared.
There's
cruise ship.
dozens.
Oh no,
I'd say dozens.
Chris,
There's
you gotta
probably
at least try
15.
once.
No, never.
I mean, really?
I like fishing, but I don't like cruises. I don't like the ocean.
Oh man, you're like.
It's not like being on the ocean.
It really
you know,
isn't. It's
there,
so
but
different.
you really can't feel it.
It's so different. It's so different. It really is. Not like if you just don't like the water, then maybe don't go. But if you can go out on a boat and be okay with it, you can do this cruise. You don't have to you can get an inside cabin where you don't have to look out. Like I had ocean view. I started to get the balcony, but
Oh no, you're mistaken when I say I don't like the ocean. I mean, if this cruise ship goes down, I'm now in the ocean where no one can see me.
oh Lord Jesus, you're gonna be just fine, man. You gotta check this out. Anyway, I can't tell you how many bars there were, but there was a lot. There was tons of them.
Speaking of bars, cheers.
I know. Oh, it's my drink.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers.
Are you still drunk for your cruise? You losing your drink already?
Shit, no, I just haven't had one since my cruise. I haven't had one since I've been back.
So we got obviously we got Larry on. He's always first. Good to see you, Larry. We also got Lavonda.
Hi, Larry.
Wesley.
Hi, Lavonda. Hi, Wesley.
And Wingnut 601, which is Wayne.
Wingnut.
And Wesley says the 15 drink cube deal. 15 by noon.
Well, Wesley, let's just say
Maybe.
3.
Close enough.
3. So I had to pace myself because, I had to go through dinner and to get through the rest of the evening. So I still had like maybe 7 drinks left. So,
Right.
But yeah, we had a good time.
And by the way,
I had a
this
good
is
time.
really good.
Thank you.
This is a great pick.
Yeah, he does okay sometimes.
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
Except for last week when
Oh yeah, what happened last week? Did y'all miss me last week?
I missed you.
See?
I was here working and I missed you.
Oh, see, thanks, Chris. I don't think everybody
But I
else
made
missed
you
me.
an old fashioned, didn't I?
No, I was working.
Oh, that's
You
right.
offered me one.
Yes, I did. Okay.
Oh, well, at least he offered.
No, he straight up offered.
Good.
Like he literally was just like, "Hey, do you want one?" And I was just like, "No."
Oh.
Not
No.
sure would have made one, but we emptied that whole bottle that night.
I know you
Yeah,
did.
you little alcoholics.
Dude, who? I saw Kevin after the show.
Was he
Kevin's a great guy.
Was he
Great
hammered?
guy. Salt of the earth.
was he hammered?
I mean, I'm not going to make allegations.
Enough said. Enough said. You don't have to say nothing else.
Oh.
You don't have to say nothing else. But I sure missed y'all.
Missed you too.
I was like, oh, it's Wednesday.
Did you tune in at least?
No, I had no cell service, child. Hell no, I
Oh, she
didn't
had no
tune in
Wi-Fi?
nothing.
Wait,
Yeah.
you didn't have Wi-Fi on a cruise ship?
No.
They don't put Starlink on that?
No, I mean you could get the package you want to,
Oh,
but honey,
you
I
have to
wasn't paying
buy
for that
it. Yeah,
package.
it's
Let me
expensive
say,
and
it's
wow.
expensive, and not only that, I needed to decompress. I needed to be away from my phone. I didn't want to see no Facebook. I didn't want to nothing.
It's like I'm on vacation and I'm doom scrolling on TikTok.
So, but when I got support, I did like text my mom, hey, I'm here, everything was good, blah blah blah. Because you know when your parents they get older, especially when they live with you, they worry a lot. So you got to make sure that you keep them up to date.
Right.
So when I was traveling, she was traveling. So
Makes sense.
All good. She had a good time. She's still out of town. She's still having a good time. I had to come back, but But that's the only thing. I just didn't want to have internet. I could have put it on there.
You wanted to make sure that you
Yeah,
could actually
but then,
get out.
But then I didn't want to have internet and then my phone going off because of work emails and team stuff, and then I'd be tempted to check it, and I'm glad I didn't check it because I come back to a mess. But I'm glad I didn't check it then because then I'd be worried about it.
Right.
So I've just been cleaning up mess ever since I've been gone. So my first 2 days back to work have been very, very busy.
Right.
So, Viso Cigar. Been open how long now? 9 months?
9 months last week, I
Only
believe.
9 months. How long have you been here?
I've been here 6 of those months.
6 months. And before you started working here, what was your cigar experience?
So pretty much, I think I smoked a total of like 10 cigars probably.
That's it?
Right there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Austin must have had a lot of faith in you.
Well, he saw my customer service experience skills, and that's why he's like, okay, I can teach him everything else. Just I can't teach customer support.
You cannot.
No.
You either have it or you don't.
Exactly.
You either have it or you don't.
Yeah, and you can lose it.
Oh yeah. Yes, you can. I lost it for about a year when I was working at a golf course. I was doing course maintenance, so you don't have any customer service or anything like that. You're cussing and everything like that. And then I started working at Nordstrom's. And HR came up and they're like, hey, you need to chill out.
Yeah, you learn that real quick when you start working at a department store.
And I was just like, ooh, and I was working security as well.
Oh, wow.
So they're like, you really got to chill out.
Oh, wow.
And I just didn't mean out of practice. I mean dealing with too many stupid people. You finally eventually break and just say, are you fucking serious? And they say, what? I'm like, are you that stupid?
Like, this coupon's out 5 years. What do you want me to do? It doesn't even have a barcode on it.
And we don't even sell that here.
They got it at Nordstrom's Rack. They didn't get it at the regular Nordstrom's.
No, we're making a joke.
Yeah. And Nordstrom's Rack is like even worse than regular Nordstrom's.
Oh, I know
my
it.
God. Oh my God.
I know it.
I did a month at Nordstrom Rack doing security. I literally went 2 weeks and I was just like, transfer. Like literally every day for an hour a day, I would just press the transfer button to like transfer me over to it.
But I'm a firm. I was just having this conversation in the car today with a good friend of mine. It's not. It's who you work for makes the job good.
Oh yeah.
So if you work for someone who really actually gives a shit about you and like cares about your growth,
Right.
it makes the job all the better.
Right. Just like my wonderful boss, my wonderful boss Austin. He's just like that. Always has my back.
You got a good boss. But when you have a boss that just really doesn't care about your growth, opportunity, and doesn't have your back, it really makes the job like miserable. Like you really hate going into your job.
Yeah.
Like I really love my job because I have great bosses.
Right.
And when you have great bosses, it just makes it so much easier to do your job. And then when you have a problem, they've got your back, and they're figuring it out, helping you figure it out.
Just like instantly.
Yeah, just instantly. Like I don't have to worry about anything.
Well, since you'd only smoking 10 cigars, what was the first cigar you ever smoked?
The first cigar that I ever smoked was on my birthday when I turned 18. This was before the law changed to 21. I went to the cigar lounge, and if you're in McKinney, the cigar lounge, you'll know what I'm talking about, off of Virginia. And I got a Camacho, Connecticut.
Okay.
And then smoked like 2 or 3 more sticks there. I don't really remember. Then I went to Industrial, and they got me on the Nymphomania by Crux.
Yep.
And then the law changed, and I wasn't able to smoke cigars. And then when I got back into the cigars, Nymphomania wasn't made anymore.
Nope.
Which was a heartbreak. But the Salty of the Earth are probably, I would say, your best guest ever. Kevin Hand, on his podcast day, brought me a couple of them that he got in his humidor. So, great guy.
Okay.
Surprised Sam can't score you some.
I don't think I met Sam.
They've only done a couple of events here.
You know who Sam is?
From Crooks?
Yeah.
I wasn't here for that event.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay.
That was the one event I really wanted to show up for, but I couldn't. And I was just like, come on.
Excuses.
Yeah, excuses.
I'm sure he'll be back.
Hold on. God damn it. I did it again.
do not do the lights.
I got it.
You know, he's always forgetting something.
Always forgetting something.
Child.
Forgetting to make you an old fashioned.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
surprised
right. You know he's going to pay for that.
I'm surprised that he, doesn't forget how to breathe.
He just be doing too damn much. He does too damn much. But that's okay. I'm thankful.
Right.
I'm thankful I have him as a bestie.
Well, you know. Oh, there we go.
We got
That
the
looks way
look. We
better.
got
That
the
looks
green
way
light.
better.
Yeah, we got that green light behind us. I feel like we're on a planet or something.
Well, I would use red, but Industrial does red. And I would do purple, but then it would be the Rhonda show. And
Is it not already?
thanks a lot, Chris.
Charlotte,
Thanks a lot, Chris.
Charlotte. When is he
It's
gonna
no longer
learn?
Tales from the Lounge. This is the Rhonda show.
Here's the
and-
thing. At least it matches the tree. Yes.
It
There you go.
does
There you
match
go.
the tree. Charlotte, you know, I got to do. This is what I got to deal with. I don't know how I do it. Thanks, Chris got my back. Thanks,
Always.
Chris.
About to leave me
Chris
hanging.
got my back. Oh, baby, I didn't see. I had my eyes closed for a minute.
I didn't see that.
Look, the eyes was closed for a minute. Come on, let's step.
There we go.
We got our good friends here, Charlotte and Steven in the house with us tonight, supporting us tonight. Charlotte and Steven. Steven says he gets tired of my Facebook posts because I'm always out doing something. I try too much.
I don't get tired of them, I get tired from them.
She gets-
I'm just
oh, excuse me.
vicariously
He
tired.
gets tired from them.
From.
Because I'm always having so much fun.
No, the
Hey, you know, I'm living it up for us all. While I can. For us all.
Thank you. I definitely can. I got two switch wings on. Live it up.
I'm gonna live it up for us. Okay, I got you.
Or the other way.
Vicariously through on his Facebook post.
That's it. You know, just look on my Facebook page and I'm doing something. I'm trying not to be a social butterfly, but that's just really hard.
Especially for you.
I know, really, for real. Like, I met so many nice people on that cruise. I even met, I got so close with some of the bar staff, because I would go to 2 different bars. Like when my main one wasn't open yet, right? Where my Eagle Rare was. I would go upstairs to the Serenity bar upstairs. It was it was the adult side.
Oh, okay.
Okay, adults only.
Okay.
But you had to be clothed. There wasn't no nude stuff.
Well, it's carnival.
Yeah, no nude stuff. Because there's a lot of kids on the cruise too.
Yeah.
But it's like when the adults wanted to get away. Shut up, Ron. When the adults wanted to get away, they had like a whole side for them and stuff. They had nice lounge chairs out there. They had 2 big jacuzzis out there and stuff. Well, they had a bar out there, and one of the girls, her name is Pauline. She would just every time she saw me, she's like, "Hi, Mama." She adopted me and I adopted her.
And she's like, "Here's a stick for you."
Yeah. And so she's like, what are we drinking right now? So make me something fruity. And so she would make me a couple drinks and stuff. And so then I'd be like, okay, I gotta go now. I gotta go see Orlando at the other bar.
Yeah, there you go.
She's like, damn it.
Well,
just stay here with me. And I'm like, I said, no,
real
you're getting
quick.
ready to leave this bar too.
Real quick, let's give a shout out to the Soul Train.
Soul Train. Yes. That's my brother.
From another mother.
Yes, indeed.
I was trying to get the last night's show together with the industrial team, and I saw uh, Junior, AJ, and I was busy, and he stopped me to give me the hug that I was supposed to give him. And I was like, I'm sorry, dude. I wasn't trying to ignore you. I was just trying to grab something real quick.
Working.
He goes, no, stop right there, man.
That's
Okay,
right.
brother.
That's right. I haven't seen my brother like in a couple weeks.
What's
Well,
he
you'll-
doing?
You'll see him soon.
I was working and then I was gone and and
Wesley says it already is the Rhonda show, so
see.
he knows the deal.
He already knows. Thanks, Wesley.
I'm just the technical help. That's all I am.
Look at here, because I can't do none of this stuff.
The
I can't
best
break none of this stuff
producer in the
down. I can't put it up.
See, I got your back sometimes.
Sometimes. Well, and
But I did bring you something back though when I went to Little Havana.
Oh, really?
I did.
And you haven't given it to me yet?
No.
All right.
Well, have you seen him yet?
Yeah, he picked me up from the airport.
Oh.
Like I said,
And you didn't give it to him then?
I dropped her off at the airport.
He dropped me off.
Or no, I dropped her off at her brother's house.
Dropped me off at my brother's
Basically the
house.
same thing.
Because we had an
So-
early morning flight, and so I live in Corinth. My brother lives in Irving, so it just made sense. And we were flying out of DFW, so I didn't want to get up early, and then I didn't want to leave my car in this
Overnight.
well, it's for like
Like
6
a
days.
week, yeah.
I didn't want to leave it in the front, and then he was parking his car in the back, and there's no room in the garage. So I was like, well, you know what? I could leave my shit at my own damn house.
Right.
So
And an Uber from where he lives wouldn't be expensive at all. I mean, that's the cool thing about where he lives is whether you're going out of DFW or Love Field compared to Corinth or me and Alan, that's a no-brainer for a quick Uber trip.
yeah, so that's why I just went to his house and we called the Uber, and then because we needed like a big SUV, like we needed the XL because we had like a lot of
ask you about that because I would have taken y'all, but with the 4 of you and your luggage alone filled
had
up
3.
my trunk.
I had 3 suitcases, and asked me if I wore half of that shit. No, I did not,
Why do you need 3 suitcases?
because I'm
for
a
that?
female. I just needed to have a
Okay,
variety of
definitely.
things to wear. Like I need to have
She's
options.
female.
I need to
Good.
have options.
You need options.
Hey,
I need
you'll just
options.
have to learn that one from experience.
Yeah,
Well, I
I
can't
just,
get that from experience.
Like I
Yes,
needed
you can.
options. But you know what's funny is like I brought like 2 bathing suits and I didn't even wear one. I didn't even
She's
get in the
skinny
pool.
dipped the whole time.
Hell no, they didn't want to see all this. Anyway, I just
She's
didn't
waiting
get
to
in
be
the pool.
buck-ass naked in the pool in the backyard.
Well, we're not gonna go there being butt ass naked in the pool because
That's where the OnlyFans.
yeah,
That's
that's for
right.
the OnlyFans.
You gotta pay for that one.
Anyway, there were so many little kids in the pool. You know what little kids do? They pee in the pool.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And they can't help it. They just don't even tell their parents, oh, I gotta go pee. They just
Well,
pee. So I
when
didn't get in the
When I
pool.
went on my cruise, I could have swore there was an adult-only pool or 2 on the boat.
Well, there probably was, but not on this particular ship. They had the adult-only area where the adults can go, but they just had a jacuzzi.
And when you really
So they didn't have a pool.
And when you really think about it, if there's that much liquor flowing around in a pool, adults tend to become kids at that point.
Yeah.
Nasty
And I just
people.
didn't want to be.
Nasty.
I didn't want to be dealing with all of that. But so we went to Jamaica, Ocho Rios, Cayman Islands, and Cozumel. So in Cozumel, all the islands were good, but in Cozumel, when we got off the ship, we went to a beach, all-inclusive beach, and then you just pay like $65 a piece, and you got food and drinks up until like a certain time. Huh?
Mr. Sancho's?
No.
Okay.
Tortuga Beach or something like that.
Yep.
But it was cool, and they were really super, super, super nice.
Oh, yeah.
But you got to snorkel if you wanted to snorkel, and that included in the package. So you could
okay.
snorkel. The only thing that you could not do that was an extra charge is if you wanted to do the jet skis. I didn't
That
want to do
makes
that,
sense.
which was fine, and I didn't really want to snorkel because I had to get my hair wet, and I didn't want all this, the sea
beautiful.
water.
When we took-
Yeah, the ocean
salt
to get
water
it, and it would take the color out of my hair,
I was gonna
like,
say
shit.
it probably would be good for your hair, just get more sodium to your hair.
Yeah, it just wouldn't be good. But we had a good time, and so on the way back, we got caught in a rainstorm. It was like, I don't know, it was like some kind of monsoon or some shit. I don't know. It was pouring.
Wait, were you on the Carnival cruise that was like on everywhere where like chairs were flying
No,
off?
I wasn't on that
Okay.
one. No, I wasn't on that one. I was on the Horizon one. But so we get the cab to go back, and the taxi, whatever. and we're driving. It starts to rain. I'm like, oh, this is not gonna be good. As soon as we pull up, it just pours. Now, mind you, I'm really a stickler about my hair. There's nothing I could have done. I mean, I didn't have no cap, nothing. It was just drenched. So I'm just dancing in the rain, And I told everybody, you better get this on film right now. Better get this on video right now. Because this is the only time you're ever going to see me like this. My hair was wet. I was drenched. I was
We need
soaked.
to get you a Tales from my Lounge hat.
We need to get something. But it was a good time. So I go back and I say, hey, let me see the video. They didn't even get the whole damn thing on video.
Aww.
I said, now how you gonna mess up the video?
Those are bad friends right there.
I said, see,
That's it.
there's
That
no
wasn't
evidence.
friends with
There's no
relatives.
proof that I even got my hair wet. That I was even dancing in the rain.
Oh, that's just sad.
So they can't even blackmail me if I
Because I'd
wanted
have paid
to.
money for that.
Yeah. I'd have gave you some money for that.
That would have been on the Tales from Lounge webpage.
Yeah, it was fine.
And, as a pay-per-view.
Let me tell you something. I was a shitty mess too. Shitty mess. My hair was, I mean, I felt like a wet dog. My lashes were off. I mean, I was cute that day too. I just knew I was cute going to Cozumel. Honey, by the end of that day, shit, I had no lashes, no makeup, no nothing. I mean, I was just plain Jane. I mean, I was good. I mean, it was all natural.
Don't respond at all. Because if you do, it's bad. No matter which way you go. It's kind of like, does these pants make me look fat?
Yeah, it's like, no, they don't. Why am I trying to make them
Okay,
do that?
you better stop, Ron.
So, when I took my cruise a few years ago, we stopped in Cozumel and we went to Mr. Sancho's. And it was a similar deal, and it was really, really cool. We were on the private side. They had a private and a public side.
Yeah, they did. Yep,
And
the same.
The private side had, the whole beach was covered with chairs.
Yep.
The layout. They had a couple of massage tables.
Yep.
I
tents.
thought you meant like on the cruise it was private or public. I was like, how does
No,
that
no,
work?
Oh no.
Mr. Sancho's.
Yeah, at the beach.
And the massages you paid for, the jet skis you paid for. They had a bunch of giant inflatable thing out in the ocean
Yes.
that the kids could play on.
Yes,
that type of thing.
that's exactly
the water
what-
was crystal clear. I mean,
Yep, it was
just
nice.
phenomenal.
I saw
White
those little
beach.
Yes, it was so nice. I saw those little fishies down there. I was like, look at the little
Yes,
fishies.
yes.
And then one of the guys that works there, he said, ma'am, please be careful because it's really slippery when you're going down this ramp. And I said, okay. He said, let me help you if you want to get in this water. And I said, I'm only going to get so far in it because I can't get my hair wet.
Yeah.
That was before the monsoon hit.
So
Yeah.
when we walked into the place, found a table, we set our stuff down, and a waiter comes up and goes, my name is so-and-so, I'll be your waiter today. This will be your table. You can leave your stuff here. I'll watch it. What would you like to drink?
Yes.
And I was like, okay. And so I ordered a drink, and they also had a buffet, and then you could also order off the menu if you wanted. It was all inclusive.
Yes.
But the coolest thing was either my drink was empty and he was walking up bringing another one, or I was almost empty looking and I see him and he waves and goes, another one? And I go, yep. And here he comes. And I was like, and I've joked on many, many times, I need to go back to Cozumel, go back to Mr. Sancho's. I want to open the place. I want to close the motherfucking place because that was the best time. Had an iguana roll under the fence and come up to the table and everything. Big ass little iguana.
Did it serve you a drink?
No, he didn't serve me a drink, but the kids thought it was hilarious and got a big kick out of seeing the iguana. They also offered some, a horseback riding package that you could go horseback riding. My ex-wife and my youngest daughter did the horseback riding. But and it was, and like you said, I think it was $65 then too.
Yeah, it's really cheap. It's not that expensive. And
I drink, and not only that, but they had a pool also, and the pool had a swim-up bar to it.
Okay, see, this one didn't. It was just the beach, but they did have everything else that you're talking about. And the cool thing about it too is like the guy that I had, whenever he saw me low, he would, "Do you want another one?" And I'd be like, "No, tell me, come over here. I want to try this one." Like he would really like recommend different drinks.
Yep.
By the time I left, I was so fucked up. And then we had like the a family dinner that night.
Oh, no.
Oh Lord! And it was an all-white party. I'm like,
Oh,
oh
no.
Jesus, my hair's a mess. I'm trying to get ready. I'm like, oh no. It was a good time. A good time was had, and I would definitely
And
go back
Rhonda
there
and I
again.
are talking next year, probably around, well, it won't be around this time because it's summertime, but either in the fall after the kids have gone back to school or the spring just before they go to summer when the cruise rates are cheap, we're going to plan a big cigar cruise
Yeah.
Oh.
and go 3 or 4 days and hang out with a bunch of people who smoke cigars, and we will dominate that fifth deck.
Yes, we will. And so
We'll
I
run all
already.
the cigarette smokers out and go, get the hell out of
So
here.
I have a
with
really
that
good
shit."
travel agent out of California, and she's the one that she hooked us. There was 20 of us on the cruise. She took care of everything. She was so good. She even had a bottle of champagne sent to my room, a bottle of a sparkling apple cider. She sent me 2 trays of chocolate covered strawberries with what do you call them? Those chocolate truffles. I mean, it was just, she did it up. Like, she really made the whole experience
But she
nice
couldn't
for all
get
of
a
us.
bottle of Eagle Rare to your door.
No, well, she didn't know.
Oh.
You know, she didn't know.
and-
She's not a drinker, not a smoker, but she made it
Rob
happen.
says hi.
Who?
Rob,
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
you need to be up here, Rob.
So it was
place to be
good.
now.
A good time was had, and she's an excellent travel agent. So that is who I'm gonna go through when we do the cigar cruise, so she can get us all lined up. Like, and she tells you, and then she even, let me tell you how badass she is. So you know when you check in, because you get to check in, you got to check in so many days before your cruise, right? So you print your boarding pass, you print your luggage tags, and all the kind of good stuff that comes with it. But you really only need your boarding pass and your luggage tags and put on your suitcase. She sends you an email, and she already has that stuff. All you gotta do is, she has it attached, and all you gotta do is just print it out. So she also does it for you too.
That's pretty good.
And your boarding passes.
That's good.
And she sends you a whole packet of she sends you a list of things, don't forget on your cruise. So you can just go through the checklist on her checklist that she sends you. So make sure you don't forget anything.
And the cool
And
thing-
then not only that, she sends you a checklist for your own house. So she says, okay, so she'll tell you, it's like, well, don't forget to stop your mail,
change
set
the
your thermostat, make sure your mail is stocked, make sure your neighbors know, stuff like that. Like, make sure you empty your fridge so that way you don't have food. Like,
That's
she
spoiled.
did all that. Like, she did all that for you. She
That's a
sent
good
all
agent
that.
right there.
And I was like, ooh, Paula, girl, you my
That's
girl.
your friend from Cali, right?
Yes.
Yep.
She's actually my brother's travel agent. That because he was cruising before I was.
Right.
So him and his friends would go on a cruise all the time, but out of California. And so he found her years ago. And so whenever he would travel, he would use her. So then when we all got together, we all knew we were going to do a friends and family cruise. So we just said, okay, who are we going to use? So he put his travel agent up, and then my sister put her travel agent up, and we just went with his travel agent because she's been doing this for so many years.
Yep.
Like we just trust her. She just came back from Africa, so she just did like a whole, she travels all the time. She's good. So
I think I was taking you somewhere, and she called you on the phone one
Yeah.
time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember that.
And she was just great. So that's how we
trying to
found
talk her into
her.
moving to
So now
Texas.
so now I told her that I was like, oh, now you're gonna be my travel agent because we're gonna be planning. Me and my sister-in-law want to go to Aruba, and we said we're gonna go to Aruba without these guys. You don't have to go if you don't want to, but her and I are going because we got outvoted to go to Aruba because we wanted to go to Aruba for the cruise.
All right.
But everybody else wanted to go to
Jamaica.
Teresa, came in and stuff because we had kids on there too, which was fine. But it was a 6-day cruise, and
and
this
we
was
haven't-
the Aruba one is an 8-day cruise.
We haven't discussed this, but I think the cruise that we book needs to stop in Cuba.
Needs to
There-
stop in Cuba.
There's probably some
Yes.
kind of legislation
Well, I don't know if
that
it
kind of
can.
helps them.
No, you can't.
You can.
Oh, you can?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Because everyone gets
we'll have to
Cubans.
we'll have to find that. We'll have to find
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, and that's so. And funny that you say that. So everywhere I went, so I'm sitting on the beach, and I can't tell you how many guys walked up to me. Do you want a cigar, señorita? Cigar, señorita? Cigars? because you couldn't smoke on the beach though.
Right.
But they was trying to sell you it, and I was
And
like,
they were all fake Cubans.
And I'm looking
Yeah,
at that,
all
and
of them.
I'm looking at him. He's like, oh, this is Cuban cigars, and I looked at him. I was like, let me tell you something, honey. I'm a cigar smoker, and you can't fool me.
Like
So
a
I
cheap
had-
cigar here is 3 times as better as what they were pitching.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like it's already unraveling when they're showing it to
Yeah.
you.
So I was like, no,
well,
I'm
you
good.
know, and they're fake. Their dollar cigars are scraps that somebody's thrown together. You know, I've heard people are finding nails, and staples, and
Oh, God.
cigarette filters in the cigars, and it's just
Yeah, it's-
horrible.
it's
what you
just
can find
terrible.
with
Just-
fake Cubans.
I could just imagine someone that buys one of those fake Cubans and has like a cigarette butt that has a bunch of diseases on it, but they're a virgin. So it's like, how'd you get HPV, HIV, and everything? How'd you get all this? Aren't you a virgin? It's just like, yeah, I don't know how I did that.
Well, the fire would kill all the bacteria, but still,
Yeah, I mean,
it's the nastiness.
It's just crazy, like how much they really were pushing that, and I'm just like, no, I'm good, thank you. Oh, it's a good cigar, and I said, let me tell you something. I had my husband, because my husband is born and raised in San Salvador, so he's Spanish.
Oh, okay.
So he was like our translator. What I couldn't say,
He could.
Yeah, he could. And he told him in Spanish, my wife smokes
Okay,
cigars.
I'm stopping you right here. Hi, Douglas. Douglas Bocock is on the show.
Hi, Douglas.
And Douglas, if you guys are in the DFW area, contact me because y'all need to be here at VISO. So, let us know.
Great cigars and common
I
ground.
cannot wait to see you again.
Yes,
I
it's
miss
been
you
a
so
long
much.
time. It's been a long
It
time.
has been a long time. You and your brother and I need to go out and hit the titty bars and do whatever we do
Might
that
I,
kind of thing.
might I
Don't-
He's
suggest a
single.
watch?
He's single too. We joke about going to titty bars and stuff.
Oh, okay.
We're
All
not
right.
going to the real titty bars together, but we joke about it all the time. Give your brother a big hug for me, and I wish you were here for me to give you a big hug, man. Really miss you guys.
But anyway, he speaks Spanish, born and raised in San Salvador, so he could tell. He was telling him, no, my wife smokes cigars, so she knows this is not good stuff, blah, blah, blah. So they finally just left me alone. And so, I mean, of course I couldn't pull out mine because I was on the beach, but I mean, I wanted to but I couldn't. But it was a good time had, and I'm glad to be back.
Glad to have you back.
Thank you. I'm glad to
So-
be back. It was a good trip.
So, Chris,
Yes, sir.
you're fairly new on your cigar journey.
Fairly is.
Yeah.
What have you learned? What's the most interesting thing you've learned so far smoking cigars, and whether it's related to the culture or the cigars themselves or the business in general?
That would be that on certain cigars, they're blended to their actual size. Because I never really understood like why they're in different sizes. I was like, oh, maybe a time thing or
Right.
something like that. It's like, well, a lot of the times it's actually like a different flavor.
Yeah.
So when Austin was up here, by the way, great podcast, go to that one. Austin was here and he was talking about the Crook of the Crown.
Yes, yes.
The Toro and the Robusto taste different.
Oh, yeah.
Subtly, but they taste different.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the Robusto a little bit more because I get a little bit more flavor. And then you go into a Lancero, you get all the flavor that you could have possibly gotten from that cigar because you get that wrapper taste.
Yeah.
That was, and personally, I thought that was the most interesting thing. Size, ring gauge, all that.
Yeah, you're using the same tobacco through all three Vitolas, but the difference is when you're changing the ratio of leaves to wrapper to binder, it changes the flavor profile completely.
Right.
It's like taking a cake and adding a little more sugar, a little less sugar, or more vanilla and less vanilla, and that type of thing, and it changes the taste of the cake.
Oh, yeah.
And it's the same thing with cigars.
And I never really thought that could be a thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then
it
it's just like,
it
wow.
is. So that being said, have you figured out like what your favorite one is? Is there like a favorite? Do you have a favorite stick?
It's the Crown Head Series E.
Okay.
Not only because
Yeah.
I like Van Halen, but because there's this whole like starting from when you first spark it up to when you put it down to let it sit out, there's spice all throughout. It's all consistent.
Okay, so you like that spice.
I love spice.
Okay.
Maduros are my favorite.
Okay.
Connecticut broadleaves, they're right up there too. San Andreas as well. Love all those real full and heavy body cigars. Love them to death. Not to say that, like Aladino Queen's Perfecto, great cigar. Love that to death. Rojas Bluebonnet. If you told me that you can give me a box a day of Rojas Bluebonnets every day for the rest of my life, and that's the only thing I can smoke in a Lancero, be totally happy.
You'd be just fine with
Totally
that.
happy.
You know what? I'm very surprised.
She's the same way with the Cucks Bull and Bear.
Yeah, I'm the same way with the. Yeah.
I know someone else who also is.
Yes.
I know someone else.
I am obsessed with the Crux Bull and Bear. That is my stick. That it will always be my stick.
And I love it too.
And I want someone to give me a stick that to try to change my mind. And no one has. So I take that back. If I could afford to smoke an Atabay every damn day, I would smoke that shit too every damn day. But it's not. I don't have Atabay pocket money like that, unless I want to lose my house and everything else with it. But no.
Well,
but the
that's
Crux
your
Bull and
motivation
Bear,
to make more money.
There
I
you
know.
go.
I'm jack of all trades. I gotta have money coming in all different angles.
But a
and
master of
directions,
none.
Just give me the money.
I think she's a mattress at some stuff.
Oh yeah.
I will say, if you
I
haven't
can't
seen
tell my secrets now. Can't tell my secrets.
I will say, if you haven't seen Rhonda's pokers that she makes, they're fantastic.
Thank you, Chris.
And I'll tell you what, we're working on ramping up production on that on a regular basis.
Yeah.
And we're going to be hitting up Austin to carry those here.
I remember you saying that, what was it,
Thank you,
3 weeks
Chris.
ago?
Probably.
When Steven was on the podcast, I believe?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are I do pretty good. I take
She
my
has a lot of
time.
fun with it, And
That's pretty
that's
good.
like any business. Whatever you're doing, you got to have fun doing it. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it's
you
a
have to have
grind, and you have no motivation to do things because you just don't like what you're doing.
Right.
Well, and for me, doing that is just it's relaxing because I do have a stressful job. Even though it's stressful, and I love doing it because like I said, I have great bosses.
Right.
But there's times I need my downtime, and that's my downtime. So when I'm not doing this or doing something with cigar related, I'm in my office crafting.
Right.
'Cause I have like one side is the office, one side is the craft room. And then I'm working on something to get my garage together, because I have a workbench out there, so I can put the rest of the tools out there.
Did I mention that I'm selling a wood lathe, like a little desktop wood lathe?
You said that before, like a couple weeks ago.
Do you have one?
So so we'll talk
Are you
about
not
that.
using it?
No.
No, yeah. So we'll talk about that.
I used
So
I
we
used
need
to
that.
make pens and like
Well,
little
I used to
trinkets.
make pens.
Oh really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was your favorite one to make?
You don't know.
The dragon.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
Steven, I need that pop up.
It's a lot of work. But
I
you know
need
what?
that in my.
I got a pack of 8 of them for $11.
I need that in my life right now.
I'll send you the Amazon.
Okay, I need that. I'm happy to look at that. I'm like, oh, I need that.
Cedar panel.
Okay,
Oh,
send me
and
that
I picked up a
Amazon
bunch
link.
of
I
that
need
stuff.
that.
Oh, and that's
Need
all.
Amazon. Need Amazon.
Dude, that's going to make.
They get a lot of my money.
Well, you know what? I don't do it anymore. I was at the
Especially
Dallas
since
Baker's
when COVID
place
was
at the
when
time.
COVID was a thing.
That's where I got the wood from, just from the scraps.
There's packages come to my house every
the
day.
Baker's space is really cool, but
Every
the
day.
problem is it's a little expensive. But if you wanna get the scrap material and make pens, you got free material forever.
Oh yeah. I really like making the deer antler bolt action.
Yep.
Like
That's a beautiful one.
because I can actually like slow down and everything. It forces me to slow down and everything like that, and it also is a reason
But
why
do
I
you
have my
want-
dust collection.
Do you want to start making pens again? I've got a whole bunch of material that I'm fixing to get rid of.
Maybe, I don't really know.
Well, if he's
because-
selling it, he don't need it.
Exactly. I mean,
So-
you can make pens.
Yes.
I'll show you how to make a pen.
Okay, there you go. Cause this one ain't gonna show me.
Yeah, well-
so hey.
Yeah, we'll
I
go
don't
to
have a
Rock.
lathe.
We'll go
Okay.
to Rockler. We'll pick out a pen set for you, and we'll make you out a pen. I'll teach you everything from A to B.
There you go.
love-
See, Chris?
And I thought about buying a lathe, but I just didn't. I didn't have the time. I really didn't have the room for it either. But I was looking for a lathe. I wasn't looking for a little pen lathe.
You wanted to get like a big
I
old
wanted to be able
salad
to make
bowl.
bowls and cups and stuff like that as well.
I will say those little, you can do a lot more than you think you can with those little like desktop lathes.
Yep.
Like I made multiple different bowls, like 8-inch bowls, which is a nice little, set on your
Yes.
table,
Yeah.
have like, mixed nuts in there
Yeah.
or something like that,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah. And a really cool thing that I sold a ton of, ice cream scoops and pizza cutters.
And pizza
Really?
what?
And
Pizza
pizza
cutters.
cutters. So,
Really?
because all you're making is the handle.
Yeah, all your
Yeah.
And slam those out. I could slam out like 100 of them in a day. If
Oh,
I started from
nice.
6 a.m. and like ended at 9, depending on
Right.
what type of material it was or
Yeah.
anything, just hammer them out.
Oh wow, yeah.
Well, I
so we'll
joined
talk
the
about
maker-
that. We'll talk about that off the show. But
I
yes,
joined the
definitely.
makerspace, actually because they had 3D printers and I wanted to use 3D printers. But then I took a lathe class because they didn't have a 3D printer class yet, and loved the lathe class so much that, in fact, I taught the lathe class for several times.
Oh, yeah.
It was just, it's so much fun, and just the sereneness as you're sliding across the wood with the chisels. I mean,
Especially if you get a good bowl gouge
Yeah.
that's at that perfect sharpness.
Yeah.
And you just have that ribbon that literally is just like, oh yeah, it's just going to go on until you stop the cut.
yep.
It's just, oh my goodness. Like, me talking about it does not do it justice.
Oh,
Go
I know.
look it up on YouTube,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
satisfying to just even watch.
Yeah.
And I do occasionally watch those. People will be turning all kinds of weird materials, and it's just phenomenal to watch. I watched one guy, he took a whole bunch of matte pencils, multicolored matte pencils.
Oh yeah.
And stacked them up and then poured resin over it.
Yeah.
And then made a bowl out of that big block of, and the, as it, you
Got
cut
it,
down,
Steven.
the colors are coming through and the wood and all that other stuff. It was just phenomenal to watch.
Another
Yeah.
one that I thought was really funny. This dude took a bunch of aluminum shavings from like a metal lathe,
Yep.
put resin on top of it, and
Uh-huh.
they gave it to his friend. And it was like a Pyrex big bowl.
Wow.
And he was like, oh yeah, everything like that. It took him 3 days to make,
I'm not surprised.
Yeah.
and 2 gallons of resin.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that doesn't surprise me because I mean.
Here's the thing.
And that resin isn't cheap.
The bowl only was like a quart. Because he made a mold of like
Right.
a regular bowl and
Right.
everything like that. It was a quart. He had to use a gallon to fill it up. And gave it to his friend. His friend made a video on it. And he's like, yeah, I took my tool right to it, and then my hand just started to bleed. Because all the metal shavings are just slicing his hand up.
Yes.
And I'm just like, that's not a friend. That's an enemy right there.
Right there.
That's a
That's
low.
called
Yeah.
sabotage.
That's
Yeah, that's sabotage. Woo! Yeah. So anyway, Chris,
Rhonda.
what has been your least cigar that you've liked, that you smoked so far?
What was
Besides-
the one that underwhelmed you the most?
That I actually wanted to try.
Yep.
I'm forgetting the name. That's how much I don't like it.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
Here's the thing. For all those out there that know me, the reps and everything like that, love you, Crownets. Love you. Like I said, Sierra E, my favorite
Yeah.
cigar.
Right.
I hate the 4 kicks.
Mm.
I hate the 4 kicks. It's so underwhelming. I get nothing out of it. No flavor. It's
Nothing?
I'll call it an old man cigar.
Oh, okay.
Love you, Crown Heads.
But
Give
you
me
don't
more
like that.
series.
Yeah, but you don't like that particular
I
one.
don't like that particular
Okay, and that's
one.
okay. You always have one that you don't. There's always one that you don't particularly like, and that's okay.
Right.
And that's quite all right. I'm very impressed with your knowledge of cigars in this short period of time, though.
Oh,
So,
you really like a job when you go there just to hang out.
yes, because
So,
because
multiple occasions you've seen me here in
once
street
occasion-
clothes.
Exactly.
Kind of like What are you doing here? You're not working. Yeah, I know. this one.
Oh, just that one? All right. Well, no one
No,
needs to
it's
listen to
dead.
you anyway.
No, the whole lot of it is dead.
All of them die? When one dies, all dies?
The main base died.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
So all of us are done?
All of us are done. Have a great night. I know you can't hear me.
I know.
Good night. Sorry, guys.
That's right.
When did it die?
About